Hi, I'm making this tutorial for people who weren't able to make it to class, which is about half of us. Um, we went over Can't Help Falling in Love and two other songs where we did fixed picking patterns. The picking patterns are covered by Cynthia in her videos, so I don't want to talk about that. The key thing there is that they're a set pattern that just repeats in a very set way. I want to transition that to our ability to pick the melody in a song. So like in the case of Can't Help Falling in Love, if I just play the chords, if you played that to a stranger, they wouldn't know what song you're playing because they can't hear the melody. The song is really in the melody. When we play the chords, we're actually playing harmony. These they go well with the melody. So if I sang the first line, it's wise men say only fools rush in. And even if I hummed that and not sang the words, you would probably be able to guess what song I'm doing. So the important part is to pick out the melody. So one of the things, the exercises I gave the class is, can you pick out the melody line for the first line? Wise men say only fools rush in. Knowing what I'm about to show you is that 80-90% of the time, the melody note is one of the notes you play in your chord. So this is C, right? E minor. So what I'll show you, I'll give you an example for the first two, is how do you do it? So first, make sure you're able to sing it or hum it. Wise men say, okay? If you got that, then your next one would be, okay, let's try it with wise. It's the C chord. Wise, wise, wise. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Wise, wise. It seems to fit this one better, which I'm playing the open C string. So in this case, I would say wise. The note for wise is C. Okay. So then, if we go to men, wise men, wise men, wise men, wise men. Sorry, men. Actually, two of them sounded good. My top string, it's a low G, so you're hearing men. That actually works. But this one, it's a higher octave of the same note, G. Men. And then I tried the other ones and they don't sound as good. So the second note is actually G, which I'm playing on the E string, it's third fretting. So I got the first one right. It's wise men. Wise men. Okay, so see if you can give it a try. See if you can work out the notes for the other words. And I'll give you the only exception in this case is the word only. It's moving between notes. So it's only. It's got two notes. Only. The first note is not in the chord, but the second note is in the chord of A minor. So give it a try. It's a good exercise. it's a lot about listening. So if it sounds wrong, it is wrong. If it sounds right, it's right. If you're not sure, that's okay. It takes a little practice. But anyway, I do this so you appreciate the relationship between the chord and the melody. That they go together for a reason. It's not just some random stuff. So anyway, have fun with that. Okay, there's one thing I forgot to cover in the melody discussion, and that's what is a melody? How does a melody work, right? So you start with the beginning note, and if you're trying to find the melody and you're listening to a song, the thing you want to hear is the next note can only do one of three things. It can stay the same, it can go up, or it can go down. So you're only listening for is it going up or down most of the time. And then the only other question is how much does it go up or how much does it go down? And that'll help you figure out, what the next note might be. So for example, in the case of Cannot Fall in Love, it's wise men say only fools rush in. So you can see the up and down motion of that. That gives you additional information to figure out what note, where to look for the note. So if you got to look up, you guys should look at higher notes. And if you got to go down, you could look at lower notes. That gives you a clue in addition to the information you already know about which chord you're using. So anyway, hope that helps.